Welcome, world explorers. Get ready for a journey that awakens all the senses, taking you through green rice fields, emerald bays, ancient pagodas ringing with bells, and white sand beaches sparkling in the golden sunshine. Today, we will explore Vietnam, the S-shaped land, a country where majestic nature blends with a thousand-year-old culture, resilient history, and smiles as warm as the sun. This is where you can smell the aroma of pho in Hanoi, hear the waves of Halong Bay, feel the vibrant pace of life in Ho Chi Minh City, and lose yourself in the sunset on Fukquac Island. Vietnam is more than just a destination, it is a living symphony, where simple people tell their stories of pride through every dish, village, monument, and beach. From the terraced fields of Sapa, the caves of Fong Na, the lanternlit ancient town of Hoyen, to the swaying coconut trees of Fukquac, we will explore Vietnam with every breath. Prepare to be a part of the land where dragons and fairies gather, where every moment is a masterpiece. Are you ready? Like, share, and subscribe to conquer the soul of Vietnam with us. The Socialist Republic of Vietnam, nestled in Southeast Asia, stretches over 1,650 kilometers along the South China Sea, with an area of 331,210 square kilometers, bordered by China to the north, Laos and Cambodia to the west, and the Gulf of Thailand to the southwest. With a population of nearly 100 million, Vietnam is one of the most populous countries in the world, yet retains cultural diversity with 54 ethnic groups and rich nature from mountains to islands. The name Vietnam comes from Nam Viet, the land of the Vietnamese people in the south, meaning a resilient, indomitable, and proud people. Vietnam's history is an epic poem spanning over 4,000 years. From the time of the Hung kings who founded the Van Lang nation, 2879 BC, through the Lai, Tran, Le, and Nguyen dynasties, Vietnam has overcome many challenges, from fighting foreign invaders, China, Mongolia, France, and the United States, to unifying the country in 1975. Vietnamese culture is influenced by Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism, but maintains its identity through the Vietnamese language, Ao Dai, conical hats, and ancestor worship customs. The Kin people make up 86% of the population, alongside the Tay, Thai, Hmong, and Dao ethnic groups, with unique festivals and crafts. Vietnam's natural beauty is a masterpiece, with 3,260 kilometers of coastline, more than 3,000 islands, and national parks such as Cuc Phuong, Phong Nha Bang, and Fukquac National Park. From the cloud-capped Phan Xipang Peak, the lush Mikong Delta, to UNESCO heritage sites such as Halong Bay, Hugh, Hoyen, and My Son, Vietnam is a melting pot of history, culture, and nature. Its economy is based on tourism, agriculture, rice, coffee, fruit, and industry, making Vietnam a rising star in Asia. With a tropical monsoon climate, Vietnam is beautiful all year round, from peach blossoms in Hanoi, sunny summers in Daong, to cool autumns in Sapa. The journey begins at Halong Bay, a UNESCO heritage site in Quang Ninh, a natural masterpiece with more than 1,600 limestone islands covered in green, rising from the jade waters like pearls of the legendary Mother Dragon. Imagine gliding on a wooden boat past the stone pillars called Han Gia Choi and Han Con Kok, admiring the Sung Sot cave with its glittering stalactites like a palace, and listening to the waves lapping against the side of the boat. Halong Bay is more than just a beautiful landscape, it is a spiritual symbol, where the Mother Dragon descended to Earth to protect Vietnam. An overnight cruise is a great way to explore, stopping to kayak through Luan Cave, swim at T-Top Beach with its fine white sand, or climb by the mountain for a bird's-eye view of the bay. Qua Van Fishing Village, with its floating houses and smiling fishermen, offers a glimpse into life on the water. A unique experience is a pho cooking class on the boat, enjoying the food in the middle of the sea, or meditating on the deck at dawn, feeling the tranquility of nature. Ha Long is also a place to relax. Cat Ba Island, home to Cat Ba National Park, has rainforests, golden monkeys, and the peaceful Cat Co Beach. Resorts like Monkey Island Resort offer green spaces and fresh seafood, lobster, grilled oysters, fried squid. Visit the Halong night market for pearls and souvenirs. Halong invites you to immerse yourself in the majesty and beauty of Vietnam's seas. Hello explorers! Come to Fukquac, the largest island in Vietnam in the Gulf of Thailand, Kien Giang, known as the Pearl of the East Sea. With its fine white sand, turquoise waters, and swaying coconut trees, Fukquac is an island paradise. Imagine lying on Sapa Beach, listening to the waves, sipping coconut water, and letting your soul drift away to the glorious sunset. Sapa Beach, with its creamy sand and Bai Dai, one of the world's most beautiful beaches, are ideal for swimming. Fukquac National Park offers pristine forests, silver-cheeked monkeys, and more than 300 species of birds. A unique experience is snorkeling in the Hanoi archipelago, where vibrant coral reefs and tropical fish welcome you. Fukquac is very much a seafaring place. Ham Ninh Fishing Village, with its stilt houses and wooden bridges, is a place to watch the sunrise and buy fresh dried squid. Din Ka Temple, a spiritual symbol, prays for peace for fishermen. Daong Night Market is bustling with grilled seafood, lobster, sea urchin, and sparkling pearls. Fukquac cuisine is notable for its herring salad, wild vegetable rolls, and famous fish sauce. Bun quay fresh vermicelli with fish cakes and shrimp is a unique dish. Visit the fish sauce factory, learn how to make it, and buy gifts. Fukquac is also luxurious with resorts such as JW Marriott or Vin Pearl Safari. The Honorable Tom Cable Car, the longest in the world, offers spectacular sea views. Stop by Sunset Sonato Beach Club for cocktails. Hanoi, the 1,000-year-old capital, is the soul of Vietnam, where the past and present intertwine in every ancient street, lake, and pagoda. Hon Kim Lake, with its Red the Huck Bridge and Nok Sun Temple, is the center of the legend of King Lo Loi and the magic sword. Hanoi's Old Quarter, with its 36 streets, is a maze of tube houses, street vendors, and the aromas of pho and bun cha restaurants. Take a walk down Hang Back Street, watch goldsmiths at work, or sip egg coffee at Jong Cafe, listening to the clatter of bicycles. Van Mue Quoc Tu Giam, Vietnam's first university since 1070, is a symbol of knowledge, with stone steels engraved with the names of doctors and a peaceful garden. Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum and Ba Dinh Square, where Uncle Ho read the Declaration of Independence in 1945, are sacred historical destinations. A unique activity is to watch water puppetry at Tang Long Theater, a folk art of storytelling through wooden puppets on the water, or ride a cyclo through the Old Quarter, listening to the driver tell stories about old Hanoi. Hanoi is a culinary paradise. Try beef pho at Pho Thin Lo Duc, fragrant bun cha at Hang Man, or Thin Ton try rice rolls. In the evening, visit Ta Hien Street, the bustling beer street, to enjoy cold draft beer and listen to street music. From the autumn with the fragrant smell of new green rice and the strong scent of milk flowers, to the chilly winter with hot tapioca pudding, Hanoi is where you can feel the pulse of history and the warmth of the Vietnamese people. Sapa, a misty town in Lao Cai, is a place where rugged mountains blend with the diverse cultures of the Hmong, Dao, Tay, and Jie ethnic groups. At an altitude of 1,600 m, Sapa has a cool climate, with lush green terraced fields in Ta Van, Cat Cat, and Lao Chai, recognized by UNESCO as a landscape heritage. Imagine walking through the trails, seeing Fansipan, the roof of Indochina, covered in white clouds, hearing the echoes of Hmong flutes, and smelling the smoke from the kitchens of stilt houses. Homestays in Ta Phin or Ta Ven villages are a cultural experience, with Hmong families teaching you how to weave brocade, cook grilled pig, or make handmade silver bracelets. A unique activity is to join the Bac Ha Market, Sunday, where ethnic people in colorful costumes sell horses, herbs, and fragrant corn wine. The Fansipan cable car takes you to the top of the 143m mountain, overlooking the Bich Van Pagoda complex and the Amitabha Buddha statue in the clouds. Sapa is all about relaxation. Spas like Topaz Ecolodge use Dao herbal massages to help you unwind. The Hill Station Cafe overlooks the Muang Hoa Valley, perfect for sipping Vietnamese coffee. Try Tang Co, stewed horse meat with herbs, grilled Sapa salmon, or stir-fried cat cabbage. Sapa is where you can connect with nature, the Highlanders, and find peace in the mountains. Hugh, the former capital of the Nguyen dynasty, 1802 to 1945, is a land of poetry, rivers, and royal heritage, located on the poetic Perfume River in central Vietnam. The Hugh Citadel, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, was the home of 13 kings, with its majestic No Mon Gate, the Forbidden Purple City, and the splendid Tai Hoa Palaces. Kai Din Tomb, with its east-west fusion of architecture, and Tu Duc Tomb, with its lotus pond and harmonious feng shui, tell the story of the king's lives and philosophies. Cycle through Ton Ton Village, admire the 18th-century covered bridge and green rice fields, or row a boat on the Perfume River, listening to Hugh folk songs under the full moon, with the sound of the monochord and sweet voices. A unique activity is to learn how to make lotus lanterns in Tuy Chien Village, or try making sesame candy fragrant chewy peanut candy at a handicraft workshop. Tien Mu Pagoda, with its 7-story Phuc Duyen Tower, is a spiritual symbol, where you can hear the bells ringing and watch the sunset on the river. Hugh cuisine is a delicate art. Spicy Hugh beef noodles, bon bio, bon nam, transparent bon loc, and rustic com hen are must-try dishes. Stop by Daong Ba Market to buy sour shrimp paste, conical hats, or ready-made ao dai. In the evening, enjoy royal tea at an Hien garden house, feeling the gentleness of Hugh. Hugh is where you can touch the sophistication, depth of Vietnamese culture. Da Nang, a coastal city in the central region, is a perfect combination of nature, modernity, and dynamism, with the blue Mai Kea beach once honored by Forbes and the mysterious Ngo Han Sun mountain range. The Dragon Bridge, the symbol of the city, breathes fire and water at 9 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday nights, attracting thousands of tourists on the Han River. Ba Na Hills, with the famous Golden Bridge supported by 2 giant hands, brings a space like a European fairy tale in the middle of the mountains. A unique activity is snorkeling at Sun Tra Peninsula, where you can see clownfish, colorful coral reefs, and meet red monkeys, a rare primate. Ngo Han Sun has caves with Buddha statues, fairy chess boards, and Non Noak stone carving village, where artisans carve exquisite stone statues. Asia Park is a place of entertainment with a 115m high sun wheel, thrilling games, and international festivals. Da Nang is a culinary paradise. Quang noodles with chewy noodles, rich broth, rice paper rolls with pork, and grilled seafood at Mai Kea Beach are specialties. In the evening, visit Helio Night Market to try Bon Zio, corn sweet soup, and listen to live music. Da Nang is where you can feel the dynamism, the joy of the sea, and the friendliness of the people of central Vietnam. Hoyen, the ancient town in Quang Nam, is a UNESCO heritage site with an ancient, romantic beauty and a space that seems to have stepped out of the past. The moss-covered tile-roofed houses, the 17th-century Japanese covered bridge, and the Thursday Bon River shimmering with lanterns at night create an unforgettable picture. Take a walk down Nguyen Tai Hoc Street, check out the Ao Dai tailors, the colorful lantern shops, or stop by a riverside cafe like Reaching Out. A unique activity is to release flower lanterns on the Hoai River on the full moon day, praying for peace, or cycling through Ton Ha Pottery Village, where you can make your own pottery bowls, and Tra Ke Vegetable Village with the scent of basil and water spinach. And Bang Beach, 5 kilometers from the old town, offers a peaceful space with beanbags, coconut water, and gentle waves. Cooking classes in Hoyen teach you how to make chow lao, bon bao bon vac, or crispy chow ram. Hoyen cuisine is a highlight. Chow lao with special noodles, soft and fragrant chicken rice, and phuong bread, praised by Anthony Bourdain, are must-try dishes. Enjoy herbal tea at an old shop or sip cocktails at a riverside bar. Hoyen is a place where time seems to stand still, bringing peace and charm that makes you want to stay forever. Fong Na, a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Quang Binh, is a kingdom of spectacular caves, with Sun Dung, the world's largest cave, the crown jewel. Paradise Cave, with its diamond-like stalactites, and Fong Na Cave, with its 7 km long crystal-clear underground river, are easy-to-reach destinations. Imagine rowing through dark cave, listening to the trickling water, seeing the light glistening from the limestone, and feeling the majesty of the earth's depths. A unique activity is the Tu-Lan Cave Trekking Tour, which combines trekking through the jungle, swimming through the underground river, and camping under giant stalactites. Fong Na National Park is home to Sintun Valley, where you can see golden monkeys, peacocks, and wild orchids. Homestays in Che Lap Village, with wooden houses by the Sun River, offer rustic spaces, morning birdsong, and authentic Vietnamese family meals. Fong Na cuisine is simple but rich. Try shrimp dumplings, hot snakehead fish porridge, or naturally sweet dried sweet potatoes. Visit the Duck Stop Cafe to play with the ducks and sip filter coffee. Fong Na is where you can touch the magic of nature and the simplicity of the people of central Vietnam. The Mikong Delta, or the Mikong Delta, is a fertile land of crisscrossing rivers, bustling floating markets, and sweet fruit gardens, stretching across 13 provinces from Long An to Ca Mau. Kai Rang Floating Market in Can Tho is an icon, where you can see boats carrying watermelons, mangoes, and rambutans starting at 5 a.m., hear loud calls, and buy vermicelli soup right on the boat. Take a sampan through Tra Su Kajuput Forest in An Giang, watch white storks fly, green duckweed cover the water, and birds chirp. A unique activity is staying at a homestay in Tan Phong Village, Can Tho, learning how to make crispy pancakes, fishing in the fields, or cycling across a precarious monkey bridge. The mangrove forests of Ca Mau, the southernmost point of the country, offer a fiery red sunset and the chance to watch mudskippers crawling in the mud. Sa Dec Flower Village, with thousands of blooming flowers, especially brilliant before Tet, is a paradise for flower lovers. The cuisine of the West is full of the river. Grilled snakehead fish, fragrant fish sauce hot pot, snakehead fish noodle soup, and purple sticky rice cake are specialties. Try fruits like Kai Mon durian, Hoa Loc mango, or sweet Ben Tre coconut. The West is where you can feel the generosity, open-mindedness, and warm humanity of Vietnam. Vietnamese cuisine is an art of balancing sour, spicy, salty, sweet, and aromatic flavors, reflecting cultural and regional diversity. Pho bo, with its 12-hour bone broth, thinly sliced beef, and fresh herbs, is a national dish, from Hanoi sidewalk stalls to Saigon fine dining. Bun bo Hugh, with its spicy broth, pig's blood, and beef shank, is a central Vietnamese staple. Crispy Western-style bon zio, stuffed with shrimp and bean sprouts, and Hoyen chow lao, with its chewy noodles and roasted pork, are signature dishes. Street food is the soul of Vietnam. Bread with pâté, cold cuts, cucumber, and hot peppers, shrimp and pork spring rolls with peanut sauce, and vermicelli with grilled pork are must-try dishes. Desserts include sweet and refreshing three-color sweet soup, creamy coconut sticky rice ice cream, and smooth caramel flan. Vietnamese coffee, from iced black filter coffee to creamy egg coffee, is a national pride, praised by CNN. Drinks range from fragrant Westlake lotus tea, refreshing sugarcane juice, warm and aromatic yellow sticky rice wine, or sweet palm juice in the West. In Hugh, try royal tea with jasmine and herbs. Vietnamese cuisine is more than just food, it tells the story of the country, the people, and the love through each dish, inviting you to enjoy it with all your heart. The Vietnamese people are the heart of the country, with 54 ethnic groups ranging from Kinh, Tay, Thai, Hmong, Dao, to Khmer, Cham, providing a rare cultural diversity. Vietnamese is the official language, but ethnic minorities maintain their own languages, such as Hmong, Dao, or Cham, creating a rich mosaic of sounds. Hospitality is expressed through bright smiles, invitations to green tea, and a willingness to show the way to lost visitors. Music and art are at the heart of the culture. Northern Ca Tru, Sweet Quan Ho singing, Hugh Royal Court music, and Western Don Ca Tai Tu resound in festivals and daily life. Water puppetry, Daong Ho paintings with rustic chicken and pig images, and exquisite Bat Trang ceramics are all handcrafted heritages. Tet Nguyen Dan, with its southern yellow apricot blossoms, northern red peach blossoms, and green chunk cakes, is the biggest festival, symbolizing reunion and hope. Vietnam is home to inspiring figures, President Ho Chi Minh and his ideas of freedom, poet Nguyen Du with his immortal Trien Kio, and musician Trinh Song Sun with his songs of love and peace. Festivals such as the Hung King's Commemoration Day, Vu Lan Festival, and Hue Festival reflect gratitude and spirituality. The Vietnamese people are resilient, creative, and love for their homeland, making Vietnam an endless source of inspiration. Vietnam is a paradise for unique experiences. In Mai Chau, Hoa Binh, cycle through green rice fields, stay overnight at a homestay in Lac Village, and learn to dance with Thai people by the light of a campfire. In Halong Bay, kayak through Luan Cave, see limestone islands, or sleep on a 5-star cruise with a seafood dinner. In Hue, tailor a traditional Ao dye at Daong Con shop, wear Ao dye around the imperial city, and take photos like a Nguyen Dynasty princess. For a cultural experience, join a pottery class in Bat Trang village near Hanoi, make your own vase, or learn to make bon chung and bon jie during Tet with a Hanoi family. In Fong Na, trek through En Cave, camp under stalactites, and listen to the sound of water echoing from underground. A unique activity is the Ha Giang motorbike tour, crossing the dangerous Ma Pai Lung Pass, admiring the Blue No K River, and visiting Lung Siu Flagpole, the northernmost point of the country. Festivals offer opportunities to immerse yourself in culture. The Ha Long Carnival with its fireworks, the Hue Festival with its royal dances, or the Cao Vai Love Market in Ha Giang, where couples meet. In Ho Chi Minh City, the Cu Chi Tunnel Tour takes you underground, learning about wartime resilience. These experiences are more than just activities, they are a bridge that brings you closer to the land and people of Vietnam. Vietnam is an affordable destination, but it requires careful preparation to fully enjoy it. A street food meal like pho, banh mi, bun cha costs $1 to $3, VND 20,000 to 70,000, mid-range restaurants in Hanoi, Hue, or Saigon cost $5 to $15. Budget hotels range from $10 to $30 per night. 4 to 5-star hotels like Sofitel Legend Metropole Hanoi or Park Hyatt Saigon range from $100 to $300 per night. Homestays in Sapa, Hoyen, or the Mikong Delta cost $5 to $20 per night, providing a more intimate experience. Vietnamese Dong, VND, is the main currency. $1 is almost equal to 24,000 VND, but USD is accepted in tourist areas. Bring cash as credit cards are not common in markets or remote areas. Domestic flights, Hanoi Da Nang, Saigon Fukquac, cost $30 to $100 per trip. North-south trains, Hanoi Saigon, 30 hours, from $30 to $80 with comfortable sleeper cabins. Motorbikes are rented for $5 to $10 per day. High-quality buses such as Foodie, Sincafe cost $10 to $20 per long trip. The best times are spring, February-April, and autumn, September-November, when the weather is cool, 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. The north is cold in winter, December-January, 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. The south is hot all year round, 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. Central region has rainy season, October-December. Vietnam is not a place where you come to rush to check in, or just take Instagram photos. This is where you sit by Hon Kim Lake, sip egg coffee, listen to the call of the green rice seller. This is where you stand on the top of Fansipan, feel the white clouds embracing the mountain, row a boat through Kai Rang floating market, see the bright smiles of the Western people, or lie on Sa Beach in Fukquac, let the waves lull you into a dream. From the ancient streets of Hoyen with sparkling lanterns, the mysterious Fong Na caves, the green rice fields of Sapa, to the coconut trees of Fukquac, Vietnam is a symphony of nature, culture, history, and people. A traveler once wrote, "Vietnam is not just a destination, it is an emotion, a place where you find peace and pride even if you are not Vietnamese." From fragrant bowls of pho, water puppetry, stories about Hung Kings and Uncle Ho, to squid fishing nights in Fukquac, Vietnam is where you can discover resilience, creativity, and a deep love for your homeland. Are you ready to set foot in the land where dragons and fairies gather, mountains and rivers tell stories, islands sing, and people welcome you with smiles? Share your plans in the comments section. Do you want to start from ancient Hanoi, majestic Halong, the Mikong Delta, or sparkling Fukquac? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue discovering magical lands and inspiring stories from around the world. Hello Vietnam! See you on the next journey, where the S-shaped land and the pearl of the East Sea are waiting for you to explore. Think you know everything about Asia? Stop, because Vietnam, the jewel of Southeast Asia, will blow you away. This is where conical hats glide across rice paddies, a steaming bowl of pho costs just $1, and giant caves challenge your imagination. Vietnam is more than just bustling streets and pristine beaches, it's a story of resilience, diverse culture, and unimaginable wonder. In this video, we'll take you on a journey through the S-shaped country through 11 fascinating topics, from street food, to millennia of history, to little-known secrets. If you love cultural adventures, surprising stories, and world travels, subscribe now and hit the notification bell. When you're done, leave a comment about what surprised you the most. Ready? Immerse yourself in Vietnam, the land of the dragon and the phoenix. Stepping into Vietnam, you will immediately feel the warmth of smiles. Vietnamese people do not greet each other with a handshake or hug, but with a gentle nod and a bright smile. The smile here is not just an expression, but a philosophy of life, open, friendly, and always welcoming. When communicating, Vietnamese people pay great attention to respect. With the elderly, they use honorifics such as da, thiu, and bow slightly to show respect. If you are invited to a Vietnamese person's home, do not be surprised when they pour tea, treat you to a sumptuous meal, and ask about everything from work to family. This is not just politeness, but the way Vietnamese people turn you from a stranger into a relative. One of the occasions to feel the hospitality is Tết Nguyên đán, the biggest festival of the year, which takes place in January or February of the lunar calendar. Tết is a time when the whole country pauses to reunite, decorating homes with yellow apricot blossoms in the south or pink peach blossoms in the north. People exchange bright red lucky money envelopes, wishing each other luck and prosperity. In 2025, Tết will welcome the Year of the Snake, symbolizing wisdom and renewal. Vietnamese people also have a tradition of etiquette. For example, at parties, the host usually invites guests to eat first and always makes sure you are full before leaving the table. If you are invited to try a strange dish, don't refuse, that's how they share their feelings. Vietnamese culture is also expressed through traditional festivals, such as the Perfume Pagoda Festival, where thousands of pilgrims visit the pagoda to pray for peace and immerse themselves in the poetic Yen River. The hospitality of Vietnamese people has made Vietnam one of the friendliest destinations in the world, attracting more than 18 million international visitors in 2023. Would you like to experience this warmth? Comment, smile to let us know. Vietnam is home to hundreds of craft villages where artisans turn bamboo, silk, and ceramics into masterpieces. Bat Trang Pottery Village, 20 kilometers from Hanoi, has existed for more than 700 years, producing exquisite vases, bowls, and statues. You can try your hand at making pottery, or watch artisans hand-paint dragon and phoenix motifs. A beautiful ceramic bowl costs only $2 to $5. Van Phuc Silk Village in Ha Daong is famous for its soft silk, once used for royalty. It takes artisans weeks to weave a piece of silk, with lotus or crane motifs. A silk scarf costs $5 to $20, but has priceless cultural value. In addition, Daong Ho Painting Village creates folk woodcuts, telling stories of rural life through vibrant colors. Visiting a craft village, you will not only buy souvenirs, but also see the heart of Vietnam beating through each product. Many craft villages also organize short classes where you can make pottery or weave silk yourself. This is a great way to connect with Vietnamese culture. Want to try pottery or weaving silk? Comment craft village to share. Vietnam has some unique rules that surprise visitors. For example, taking photos in military areas is forbidden, and flying a drone without a permit can result in a hefty fine. When entering a pagoda or temple, dress modestly, remove your shoes, and remain silent to respect the sacred space. A key tip: beware of unlicensed taxis at the airport, where drivers may charge double the price. Use the Grab app or ask to turn on the meter to save money. If you see people stopping at 7 a.m. to listen to the national anthem in some public places, stand still and remain silent. It's a sign of patriotism. Another interesting thing is the culture of slow walking in the markets. Vietnamese people like to take their time and chat while shopping, so don't rush to push. And if you are invited to have tea or cake, accept that's how Vietnamese people build friendships. Want more travel tips? Comment travel tips so we can share them. Vietnam is a place where nature tells mythical stories. Halong Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, is a masterpiece of more than 1,600 limestone islands rising from the turquoise waters. According to legend, these islands are pearls spewed by dragons to protect the country. Take a traditional wooden boat trip, kayak through mysterious caves, watch the stunning sunset, or sleep overnight on a luxury cruise. A day trip costs only $30 to $50, but the memories last forever. If Ha Long is poetry, then Sun Dong in Quang Binh is epic. This is the largest cave in the world, so large that it can accommodate a skyscraper or a Boeing 747. Inside Sun Dong is a world of its own: tropical forests, underground rivers, and even clouds created by humidity. Discovered in 1991, the cave is only open to 1,000 visitors a year to protect the ecosystem. A 4-day tour costs around $3,000, but National Geographic calls it the trip of a lifetime. Vietnam also has other wonders such as Fong Na Cave, Mui Na sand dunes with red sand dunes like the desert, or Hai Van Pass, a winding road between mountains and sea. Each place is an invitation to explore, where nature and people blend together. Where do you want to go first? Comment Ha Long or Sun Dong to choose. The Ao Dai is a symbol of Vietnamese elegance. With its flowing, body-hugging skirt, the Ao Dai enhances the beauty of both men and women. In the past, the Ao Dai was a royal costume, but today it is worn for ceremonies, weddings, or even the office. A tailored Ao Dai costs only $20 to $50, but its beauty is timeless. The conical hat, a conical hat made from palm leaves and bamboo, is another symbol. In addition to providing shade from the sun, the conical hat also appears in poetry, traditional dance, and modern fashion. A handmade conical hat costs $2 to $5 but can take months to complete. Ancestor worship is at the heart of Vietnamese culture. Every family has an altar where incense is burned, fruits are offered, and prayers are offered to connect with the ancestors. On the 1st and 15th day of the lunar month, or on special occasions, this ritual becomes a bridge between the past and the present. If you are invited to attend a ceremony, consider it a great honor. Would you like to try on an ao dai or a conical hat? Comment ao dai to share. In the west of Vietnam, water is the rhythm of life. Kai Rang Floating Market in Can Tho is a river supermarket, where hundreds of wooden boats loaded with mangoes, pineapples, fresh fish, and even hot coffee jostle from 5 a.m. Vendors hang their wares on long poles called KBO, like natural billboards. You can buy a fresh coconut, enjoy a bowl of noodle soup, or even get a haircut right on the boat. The floating market is not just a place to buy and sell, but a cultural picture. The vendors, mostly women, row their boats and call out their wares, smiling brightly. The sound of lapping water, the smell of food from the kitchens, and the bright colors of the fruits make for a lively experience. A boat trip to the floating market costs only about $10, but you will feel the soul of the West's rivers. In addition to Kai Rang, other floating markets such as Kai Bi or Phung Heap are also worth exploring. The western region is also famous for its fishing villages, fruit gardens, and cool canals where you can pick mangosteens or rambutans right from the trees. If you love nature and local culture, the West is a destination not to be missed. Do you want to row a boat on a floating market? Comment floating market to share. In some places, Vietnam is less than 50 kilometers wide, so narrow that you could walk from the Laos border to the South China Sea in a day. With more than 3,260 kilometers of coastline, Vietnam boasts some of the most beautiful beaches in Asia, from Da Nang with its powdery white sand to Fukquac with its glorious sunsets. The country borders China, Laos, and Cambodia, and has been a cultural and commercial bridge since ancient dynasties. With a population of more than 100 million, Vietnam is the 15th most populous country in the world, home to 54 ethnic groups, from the majority Kin people to ethnic minorities such as Tay, Thai, and Hmong, each with its own unique identity. The name Vietnam means Vietnamese people facing the south, reflecting the desire for expansion and indomitable spirit. Vietnamese history is an epic 4,000 years long. According to legend, Vietnamese people are descendants of dragons and fairies, originating from King Hung, the legendary ancestor. Since the 10th century, the Lai and Tran dynasties have built a brilliant civilization, with works such as Tang Long Tu Tran in Hanoi or Hugh Citadel. Vietnam once made powerful empires such as the Mongols, who conquered half the world, falter during 3 invasions. In the 20th century, Vietnam faced great challenges from French colonialism, Japan, and the Vietnam War. But it was the resilient spirit that helped the country maintain its independence. Today, relics such as the Temple of Literature, the first university since 1070, still stand tall, a testament to the academic tradition and national pride. If you come to Hanoi, don't miss the opportunity to step into the Temple of Literature, where ancient scholars prayed for luck before exams. Vietnam is not just a point on a map, but a living story of strength and diversity. Do you want to explore this country? Comment S-shaped to share. Vietnam is one of the destinations with low cost of living but high quality. A one-bedroom apartment in the center of Hanoi or Saigon costs only $300 to $600 per month, while in small cities like Da Nang or Hoyen, the price is even lower, around $200 to $400. Eating is another gift. A bowl of pho, banh mi, or bun cha at a sidewalk stall only costs $1 to $3. If you eat at a fancy restaurant, a full meal is only about $10 to $15. A glass of Bia Hoi Vietnam signature draft beer costs less than $0.50, making it the national drink. Transportation is also super cheap. A motorbike taxi ride via Grab costs $0.5-2, and you can rent a motorbike for $5 per day. With a budget of $600 to $1,000 per month, you can live comfortably, eat freely, and explore from the mountains of the Northwest to the Sea of Fukquac. This is why Vietnam attracts digital nomads, retirees, and those looking for a new life. Do you want to live in Vietnam? Comment "Live in Vietnam" to share. If you are a foodie, Vietnam will be your paradise. Vietnamese street food is not only delicious, but also a colorful cultural experience. For only $1 to $3, you can enjoy dishes that have captivated the world, from pho, banh mi, to bun cha. Pho is the symbol of Vietnamese cuisine, a soup with beef bone broth, fragrant with cinnamon, star anise, and ginger. Each region has its own style. Hanoi pho is light, Saigon pho is rich with bean sprouts and herbs, and Hugh pho is spicy with fresh chili. A bowl of pho at a sidewalk restaurant only costs about $1.50, but the taste is worth $1 million. Banh mi is another masterpiece, named by CNN as the best sandwich in the world. A crispy baguette filled with pâté, grilled meat, cucumber, and signature sauce costs only $1. You also cannot miss bun cha, a favorite dish of former President Obama when he visited Hanoi in 2016. The fragrant grilled meat, eaten with vermicelli and sweet and sour fish sauce, creates a symphony of flavors. In addition, Vietnam also has crispy spring rolls, fresh spring rolls with shrimp and vegetables, or banh xeo, a Vietnamese crepe filled with fillings. At night markets like Dalat Market or Ta Hien Street in Hanoi, you will see dozens of brightly lit stalls, the smell of food spreading, and the sound of laughter. A must-try is egg coffee, created in Hanoi in the 1940s. Strong black coffee combined with whipped egg cream, sweet like flan, brings a bitter and sweet experience. A cup is only about $1, but the feeling is as luxurious as drinking at a 5-star restaurant. Which dish do you want to try the most? Comment the name of the dish to share. Vietnam is a land of vibrant festivals and folk music, where tradition and modernity blend together to create an unmistakable cultural identity. Every year, hundreds of festivals take place across the country, from small villages to big cities, bringing a vibrant atmosphere, color, and spiritual stories. One of the most prominent festivals is the Hung King's Temple Festival in Phu Tho, which takes place on the 10th day of the 3rd lunar month, commemorating the Hung Kings, the legendary ancestors of the Vietnamese people. Millions of people make pilgrimages to the temple, offer incense, and participate in activities such as palanquin processions and zone singing, a form of folk music recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage. Zone singing, with its smooth melody and lyrics about rural life, has been a way for Vietnamese people to preserve memories for centuries. In the central region, the Con Gu Festival of Coastal Fishermen is a unique ritual to pray for a bountiful harvest and peace at sea. The colorful boats, the bustling drums, and the lion dances create a lively scene. If you come to Quang Nam in the 2nd lunar month, you can see people releasing paper boats into the sea, sending prayers to the god Nam Hai. Vietnamese folk music is also a treasure. In addition to zone singing, there is also ca tru, a sophisticated art form that was once performed in the royal court, with sweet voices and unique zither sounds. In the south, Don Ca Tai Tu, another UNESCO heritage, is the music of farmers, with the sound of the zither and lyrics about love and nature. You can come across groups of artists playing Don Ca Tai Tu on boats in the west, creating an unforgettable experience. Today, festivals and folk music are not just for the locals. Many festivals are open to tourists, such as the Hugh Festival, which takes place every 2 years and combines royal dance, traditional music, and modern light shows. Tickets to these events are usually only $5 to $20, but they provide a deep cultural experience. You can also take folk singing or traditional instrument playing classes in Hanoi and Saigon for as little as $10 per session. Festivals and music are how Vietnamese people tell their stories, from ancient times to the present. If you come to Vietnam, don't miss the chance to join a festival or listen to a Ca True song under the moonlight. Would you like to attend a Vietnamese festival? Comment festival to share. In Vietnam, motorbikes are not just a means of transport but part of the urban soul. With more than 60 million motorbikes, the streets of Hanoi and Saigon are a chaotic but magical dance. Vietnamese people carry everything on their motorbikes, from a family of 5 to refrigerators, bonsai trees, even live pigs. A used motorbike costs only $300, making it the choice of every household. The motorbikes flow like rivers on the streets, especially during rush hour. A motorbike taxi ride via the Grab app costs only $0.5 to $2 for 5 kilometers, cheaper than a cup of coffee in the West. If you dare to join the traffic, you will learn the art of gliding fast and skillfully dodging other vehicles. Big cities like Saigon are also famous for their sidewalk cafe culture, where people sit on small plastic chairs, sip iced milk coffee, and watch the traffic pass by. Ta Hien Street in Hanoi, or the Western Street, Bui Vien in Saigon, are nightlife destinations where you can enjoy 50 cents draft beer and soak up the lively atmosphere. Want to try riding a motorbike in Vietnam? Comment motorbike to share.
Vietnam, a beautiful S-shaped country, where majestic nature blends with ancient culture and hospitable people. From the majestic mountains in the north, the vast rice fields in the central region to the deep blue sea in the south, each land has its own unique beauty. Not only that, Vietnam is also proud of its rich cuisine, precious historical heritage, and the resilient spirit of the nation. Leave a comment to explore this wonderful journey with us and feel the strong vitality of Vietnam. Vietnam is a country rich in historical traditions with many relics bearing the mark of dynasties and resistance periods. One of the most important symbols of Vietnamese history is the Hue Citadel, which was once the political and cultural center of the Nguyen dynasty. With its system of majestic palaces, temples, and tombs of the kings, this place is not only a world cultural heritage, but also a living testament to a golden age of the nation. Not far away, Hoyen ancient town has a simple, rustic beauty with ancient houses, small mossy alleys and colorful lanterns lighting up a corner of the street at night. Hoyen is a place where many cultures meet. It was once a busy trading port and today still retains traditional cultural values. Returning to the north, Hoa Lu ancient capital is the cradle of Dai Viet civilization, which was the first capital of our country under the Dinh and Tien Lu dynasties. The ancient citadel walls, temples of King Dinh Tien Hong, and Lu Dai Han still exist as a testament to the heroic historical period. In addition, the War Remnants Museum in Ho Chi Minh City is a place to preserve memories of the war to protect the fatherland, helping future generations better understand the sacrifices and patriotism of their ancestors. These historical relics are not only the pride of the nation, but also attract millions of tourists to visit and learn about Vietnamese history. Leave number 1 so we can learn about the people and life here. Vietnamese cuisine is the crystallization of nature, culture, and creativity in preparation. With the harmonious combination of fresh ingredients, delicate spices, and the skillful hands of the chef, each Vietnamese dish not only brings a unique flavor, but also contains the spirit and national identity. Each region in the S-shaped strip of land has its own typical dishes, reflecting the culture and living habits of the people. The north with pho, bun cha, nem ran has a light, delicate flavor. The central region is famous for its rich dishes such as bun bo Hugh, mi quang bon bio. Meanwhile, the south is attractive because of the richness and sweetness of flavors with hu chiu bon zio goi quan. Not only delicious, Vietnamese cuisine also emphasizes the balance in nutrition and beautiful presentation. Each dish is not simply food but also art, soul, and affection of Vietnamese people for each other. Therefore, Vietnamese cuisine is increasingly loved and recognized by the world. Vietnam has a coastline of more than 3,260 kilometers and thousands of large and small islands, including the Hong Sa and Truong Sa archipelagos. Vietnam's terrain is diverse with plains, mountains, plateaus, and abundant rivers, creating favorable conditions for agriculture, aquaculture, and tourism to develop strongly. Vietnam possesses a diverse, rich, and majestic beauty, stretching from the high mountains in the north, along the sunny and windy central strip, to the fertile plains and vast river systems in the south. Each land on this S-shaped strip has its own unique natural landscape, creating a beautiful and vivid natural picture. The northwest and northeast regions are where the overlapping mountain ranges converge. Phan Xipang Peak, the highest peak in Indochina, towering in the sky, along with the terrace fields of Mutsang Chai, Sapa shining golden in the ripe rice season. Not only mountains, this place also has lush green valleys, covered with primeval forests, which are the habitat of many rare species of animals and plants. Halong Bay, a natural wonder of the world, is one of the highlights of Vietnam's nature. With thousands of large and small limestone islands rising from the blue water, creating a magical and unique landscape. Along the central region, nature is wild with long beaches such as Mai Ki, Qua Dai, Lang Co, and special natural heritages such as Sun Dung Cave, the world's largest cave with a unique ecosystem and majestic stalactite system. The limestone mountains in Quang Binh, the majestic Hai Van Pass, or the dreamy De Lat Plateau are all destinations that attract tourists because of their unique natural beauty. Going south, the natural landscape has a different look, gentler and more peaceful with the intricate river system of the Mikong Delta. The immense rice fields, fruit gardens, Ca Mau mangrove forests, or gentle rivers are the characteristics of this land. This is also a place with a rich ecosystem with many rare animals living in nature reserves such as Tram Chim National Park, Nam Cat Tien. Vietnam's nature is not only beautiful but also brings abundant resources to people, from agriculture, aquaculture to ecotourism. The diversity and richness of natural landscapes have contributed to creating a vibrant Vietnam, both wild and majestic, poetic and simple, an ideal destination for those who love to explore and enjoy the beauty of nature. Vietnamese women have always been known for their endurance, hard work, sacrifice, and resilience in all circumstances. They are not only the keepers of the fire in the family, but also play an important role in society. In daily life, the image of mothers and wives busy with housework, taking care of children, and taking care of the family has become a symbol of diligence and love. Despite the hardship, they always give the best to their families, being a strong spiritual support for their husbands and children. Not only limited to the family, today women also assert their role in many different fields. They participate in production and business, work in factories, offices, and even hold important positions in large organizations. Regardless of the profession, women always demonstrate intelligence, creativity, and steadfastness. In particular, female entrepreneurs, scientists, and politicians are increasingly asserting their talents, contributing to the development of the country. Although modern life brings many opportunities, women here still face many difficulties and challenges. However, with a strong spirit, they still constantly strive to rise up, taking care of their families and contributing to building a better society. Vietnam is changing strongly every day on the path of development and integration. Modern urban areas such as Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Daong are increasingly expanding with a series of high-rise buildings, modern transportation systems, and advanced urban railways. These cities are not only important economic and political centers, but also symbols of the country's continuous development. Entering the 21st century, Vietnam has been strongly innovating in many fields. The economy is growing rapidly, and industries, services, and high technology are playing an increasingly important role. The development of science and technology has helped the country catch up with global trends, opening up many new opportunities, especially for the young generation. They not only have access to advanced education, but also have the opportunity to start a business, innovate, and contribute to the development of the country. With these strong steps forward, Vietnam is affirming its position on the world map, becoming a dynamic, modern country full of development potential. Vietnam is a wonderful blend of tradition and modernity, offering visitors unique and memorable experiences. From ancient architectural works such as Hugh Citadel, Hoyen Ancient Town, Hoa Lu Ancient Capital, to bustling urban areas such as Ho Chi Minh City, Hanoi, Daong, each place has its own beauty, reflecting the constant development of the country. Not only does it have beautiful landscapes, Vietnam is also attractive because of its rich cuisine, friendly and hospitable people. Whether you love the hustle and bustle of the city or the peace of the countryside, Vietnam always has a small corner for you. Coming here, you will not only discover a new land but also feel the warmth and simplicity in every street, every dish, and every smile of the people.
Vietnam is an affordable destination, but it requires careful preparation to fully enjoy it. A street food meal like pho, banh mi, bun cha costs $1 to $3, VND 20,000 to 70,000. Mid-range restaurants in Hanoi, Hugh, or Saigon cost $5 to $15. Budget hotels range from $10 to $30 per night. 4 to 5-star hotels like Sofitel Legend Metropole Hanoi or Park Hyatt Saigon range from $100 to $300 per night. Homestays in Sapa, Hoyen, or the Mikong Delta cost $5 to $20 per night, providing a more intimate experience. Vietnamese Daong, VND, is the main currency. $1 is almost equal to 24,000 VND, but USD is accepted in tourist areas. Bring cash as credit cards are not common in markets or remote areas. Domestic flights, Hanoi Daong, Saigon Fukquac, cost $30 to $100 per trip. North-south trains, Hanoi Saigon, 30 hours, from $30 to $80 with comfortable sleeper cabins. Motorbikes are rented for $5 to $10 per day. High-quality buses such as Foodie, Sincafe cost $10 to $20 per long trip. The best times are spring, February, April, and autumn, September, November, when the weather is cool, 15 to 30 degrees Celsius. The north is cold in winter, December, January, 10 to 20 degrees Celsius. The south is hot all year round, 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. Central region has rainy season, October, December. Vietnam is not a place where you come to rush to check in, or just take Instagram photos. This is where you sit by Hon Kim Lake, sip egg coffee, listen to the call of the green rice seller. This is where you stand on the top of Phan Sapan, feel the white clouds embracing the mountain, row a boat through Kai Rang floating market, see the bright smiles of the Western people, or lie on Sa Beach in Fukquac, let the waves lull you into a dream. From the ancient streets of Hoyen with sparkling lanterns, the mysterious Fong Na caves, the green rice fields of Sapa, to the coconut trees of Fukquac, Vietnam is a symphony of nature, culture, history, and people. A traveler once wrote, "Vietnam is not just a destination, it is an emotion, a place where you find peace and pride even if you are not Vietnamese." From fragrant bowls of pho, water puppetry, stories about Hung Kings and Uncle Ho, to squid fishing nights in Fukquac, Vietnam is where you can discover resilience, creativity, and a deep love for your homeland. Are you ready to set foot in the land where dragons and fairies gather, mountains and rivers tell stories, islands sing, and people welcome you with smiles? Share your plans in the comments section. Do you want to start from ancient Hanoi, majestic Halong, the Mikong Delta, or sparkling Fukquac? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to continue discovering magical lands and inspiring stories from around the world. Hello Vietnam! See you on the next journey, where the S-shaped land and the pearl of the East Sea are waiting for you to explore.